Hello, and welcome to another Tristan Has Thoughts Destiny 2 discussion. A few days ago, Bungie released a short article on weapon crafting and its future in our game. I've talked about weapon crafting in the past on this channel, but really today I want to take some time to specifically speak about the changes coming in Lightfall and post-Lightfall. It looks like weapon crafting is going to be really well fleshed out in about a year from now. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, as I upload daily content just like this. I'll be honest and say I don't really like crafting. I'm not inherently against its existence in our game, but I dislike the process of obtaining weapon patterns and how you go about leveling these weapons up. Thankfully, a lot of the changes Bungie has spoken about seem quite positive to me and will help me enjoy weapon crafting a bit more in the future. First off is the removal of harmonic and resonant elements. Although this change is not slotted for Lightfall at the moment, it will be coming in a future patch. They basically said this is only a pain point for more casual players, as hardcore players have stockpiles of these materials, and I tend to agree with this. I think the less extra resources tied to crafting, the better it will be. Following this, we are told how the deep sight attunement objectives are going away, along with only craftable weapons dropping deep sighted come Lightfall. Although as veteran players we are more than likely able to understand what deep sight weapon drops are useful and what are not, I can understand how this could be confusing for a newer player. I think reducing the need to keep deep sight weapons for currency and removing their ability to drop from non-craftable weapons is a nice positive. From this, we move into how the Lightfall raid adepts are going to be able to be enhanced. Bungie speaks about how you're going to be able to add enhanced perks, mementos, and weapon levels to your random roll adept raid weapons. They do plan to roll this out to all weapons at some point, but this is the starting point. I think this is fantastic. For too long have random rolled weapons felt a bit odd as they lack the personality and sometimes power of enhanced crafted weapons. I personally feel this is a change that should have been launched with crafting, but I'm glad nonetheless that it's being added. Following this, we learn about the deep sight manual activation. In Season 21, they are going to add the ability to manually activate the deep sight resonance on craftable random weapon drops. For a fee of some sort, you can turn your useless random roll into a valuable deep sight to work towards the weapon's crafting pattern. This will surely help mitigate some poor RNG that can sometimes make crafting a multiple week-long affair. I also think this is a great change that will add some good player agency to the acquisition of deep sight weapons, especially if there's no seasonal upgrade grid in some of these future seasons. Lastly, we learn that there will be a weapon mod that will provide XP and levels to your crafted weapons when used. Bungie doesn't want this to become the de facto method of weapon leveling, but are using this as a way to help people spend some currency to speed up the initial process. This is yet another fantastic change. Weapon leveling is honestly terrible depending on what kind of weapon you are trying to use, so having the ability to throw some currencies at my crafted weapon and have it gain a few levels is fantastic. I think a lot of players have been asking for this, so I'm glad to see Bungie adding this feature in. Overall, I think most of these changes are great. They help to hit a lot of the current pain points of weapon crafting and are going to make the process more enjoyable overall, I can only imagine. The only issue is we are 6 to 12 months out from most of these changes coming into the game. While I'm excited for these changes, we won't get to experience them in full for almost an entire year. Crafting is going to be indistinguishable from its launch date by the end of Lightfall's year of content. Let me know your thoughts below. Are you excited for these changes? Or do you feel crafting needs more changes going forward? As usual, please remain respectful in the comments, and I will respond to any discussions that I see. If you enjoy this kind of content, a subscription is greatly appreciated, and for each like this video gets, a capybara gets a big scritch.